Hi and welcome back to DS TechNet. In this video and in future videos, we will be exploring more into Power Apps. On getting started with Power Apps with respect to SharePoint, we get more confused on how we can start with Power Apps. Whether we have to start with our list or library and from there customize the list forms, or go to the app directly, use start with your data and then move on along with the data and customize the forms, or start with a blank canvas app. So in this video, I'll be showing what will be the result when we create the forms using these three techniques. Okay, so first I have an employee details list. This is a simple SharePoint list having a bunch of data, and it has lookup columns also, but right now we are not worried about what kind of data it holds. We'll be focusing on the way that we are going to create Power Apps to customize this particular SharePoint list. Okay, method 1. Go to list settings, and in the list settings, so choose form settings, and in the form settings we have three options. Currently, we are using the default SharePoint forms, and I can show you the default form, how it looks like. So, when you click on the new button, you will have this particular form, which is appearing on your right hand side. This is the SharePoint default form. And this particular form you can customize using Power Apps. And that we will be proceeding using list settings again and form settings, and then we have to use the second option. Right now these two options are disabled, and since we are going with the second option, you have this hyperlink over there asking you to customize in Power Apps. So click on that. That will open the Power Apps portal for you. Plus, it will do some connections in the backend. It will project your form and all the controls that it has inside it onto your Power App portal and present you as a template for you to customize it. Now all this thing which is happening in the background, it is loading all kind of data connections and controls. Just have to wait a few seconds more and we will get the template for us to customize. We have got the welcome message and it has two links. One link guiding us to add or remove fields in the form, and second link, if you want to learn more about customizing, it provides a link through the documentations. And the first one is to help you kickstart with customizing. Now let me skip this for now. Now if you can see on the portal, we have a form over here. This form resembles a similar form that we have seen moments earlier. So it pulls in the data of the first list item, and it has all these fields over here. Apart from this, we have another properties section here called the fields section. Here you can add the fields, any fields you can add it. And here you have this edit section. So currently my whole form is selected and the selected control is being displayed over here, which is the SharePoint form 1, and all its properties are being displayed over here. Okay, now moving on to the leftmost area of the screen, you can see, which is the tree view. This particular section over here will contain the tree view of the controls present in our forms. This particular plus button is for adding controls. If you want to insert any control, you can click on that and you can make use of this section. And this particular cylindrical shaped icon is for adding data connection. So you can add any kind of data connection, and this is for the media control, and this is for any advanced tools that if you want to add into your app. Now moving on to the tree view, we can see over here this particular section is the app section. It comprises of the whole collection of the forms or controls that we have in our list form. And here, along with the app, you have some app controls over here, like on start function of the app and configuration parameters like min screen width, min screen height, and all that. Now, the main difference in different kinds of methods will be observed in this particular area. Now, we have something called SharePoint integration. And on click of that, it has its data source as employee details. Now, employee details is our list, and on clicking the customize with Power Apps option from the list, it navigated us to this particular portal along with our list opened and the data connection which was already set up. Right? Yes. And apart from data source, we have certain kinds of controls like on view, on save, on new, on edit, and on cancel. So these on controls, on event controls will become handy in applying our logic on any such kinds of scenarios. Now moving on to the form, we are given only one form, which is the form screen. There are no new screen, edit screen or view screen. There is only one form screen. And inside this SharePoint form, we have all these controls. So on clicking of it, I can see that getting highlighted on the main screen. Let me zoom it. Right? Yes. And based on its data type, for example, this is a lookup, so I'm getting a drop down. So automatically, it is fetching all the list and its data type. And let me run it to show you simply like what it comprises of. It is just a form with the controls. Nothing more or nothing less. And on doing any modifications to this and saving it, what will happen? There's a quick trick to move towards your list is like right click, edit data, it gets your list opened in another tab. This is one quick tip that I learned. It's very useful when you have bunch of connections in your Power Apps and if you want to open one such kinds of connections. Okay, coming back to our list. So when we try to customize our list using this method, so our customizations can be visualized or can be seen from this new item or edit item view. Only that is possible with this approach. So in the second method, we are going to create a Power App using our option start with your data. And my data will be SharePoint. So on selecting the SharePoint option, I have certain kinds of options over here. First one is the connections. So you can select any connection listed over here, which is nothing but your user connection, user account with which you would like to create your app. Currently, I'm going with the defaults. Now on the bigger section, we can see the option to connect to our SharePoint site. And you have recent site displayed under this section. I'm going to select my site. After selecting the site, we can select the list to customize. And if you have noticed over here, we have only lists and not libraries. Because Power Apps initially was created to customize lists, but do not worry, we can customize libraries also. But for libraries, you have to enter the entire path to the library in order to fetch the library. So now I'm going to go with the employee details option from here and click connect. So same back-end connections. And in few seconds, we will be able to see our form. we got a welcome message, and in this time in the welcome message we are able to see only one option, which is to see a preview of this app. So let me skip this, and if you see from the look and feel, we have a form with a different type of header over here. We have a blue header over here. Similar to the previous method, we do have an edit section over here, that is default it will come, and in the tree view we have more number of controls and more number of screens present inside our tree view. So before moving in depth and analyzing what else do we have in this approach, let us go for a quick preview. Okay, and in this view we can see what else is added. We have a banner and we have some kinds of buttons over here. So on hovering, this is a create button, this is sort button, and this is refresh the list button. On the preview, we are able to see the view screen, which pulls in all the details that I have in my employee details list, and I'm able to see all kinds of lists over here. So I have the option to refresh it, sort it, and to add a new item. On clicking of the new item, I've been navigated to another screen, which is the edit screen. And here I am able to fill in the details, and on click of this button, which is the submit item button, I can submit the new list item, and I can close this to cancel the item. So the look and feel is more like a phone layout, and you can search for the items, and we have an option to click on each item and see the details of this item. You can delete the item from here, or you can edit also from here. So let me quickly close this and explore the screens. So here under the tree view, we have the app, and we have three screens over here. We have a browse screen, we have a detail screen, and we have an edit screen. So browse screen is what we are seeing right now, and detail screen is the details, that is the view details, like similar to the view form that we have in our SharePoint. And edit screen is the edit mode that we have, which is the edit screen. Here we do not have new screen, and our new screen is nothing but the edit screen with blank controls. Cool, right? Now moving on to the browse screen, we can see we have a gallery control over here, which repeats. Gallery control is nothing but iterator. You can just imagine it as an iterator, which has a template, and that template gets iterated or repeated based on the number of items, list items that we have. And all these other controls are nothing but the banner and the search controls that we have. Okay, in the detail screen, we have a simple layout. We have a detailed form, and in the browse screen we had a gallery, but here we have a form, and the data source of this form is employee details list, just as we saw in our previous approach. Here we had a form screen, we had a SharePoint form, and the data source was employee details. So similarly, we have a detailed form, and we have a couple of controls inside this detailed form, and we have banner controls also. Similarly, let's see about edit screen. And in the edit screen, we have an edit form with the data source as employee details. And inside the edit form, we have controls, and we have other kind of banner controls. And in each of the banner control or the button, we are having some kind of functions that is already associated with our forms. In this method, the new screen, view screen, edit screen is being provided, and here we can modify or redesign the template or the screens that is already provided. to suit our business logic. Third method. So in this method, we will be starting with a blank canvas or a template. So let's go blank canvas app. And here we have an option to select phone layout or the tablet layout. So I'll be going with the phone layout because with this layout, I can compare easily with this blank canvas app and the phone layout app that we got from our Start with Data. So going with the phone layout. Here you could have seen that we did not have any kind of connections that we have running in the backend because it is simply a blank canvas and it was very quick in loading the template for us to add connections or customize it further. Now here, similar to the first approach, we got two options, but the options here are different. We have an option to create a form and we have an option to create a gallery. So I'm going to avoid this quick links and I'm going to skip this option. And we can see a simple blank screen is being presented in front of us. And on the right hand side, we can see the edit section. And on the left hand side, we can see the tree view and we have the app option, which has the default methods, default functions, and we have a screen over here, an empty screen. There are no connections as of now that we have onto this Canvas app. In order to add a data, we have to click Add Data from here, and using connectors, you can add your SharePoint list. Now, after clicking the connectors, you have to select the data source, and when you scroll down, you will be able to see SharePoint option over here. So on clicking this, you will have the connection option. If you remember in the second approach, we had a connection and a connector, like which side you have to connect. So those options were a preliminary step in order to connect to your SharePoint. But here, after we have the Canvas blank page, if you want, you can connect to your SharePoint app or you can connect to your SharePoint or any data source. Right now, I'll be connecting with a connection and using this connection, and you can see here, we are getting the option to connect to a site. And I'm going to select the site over here, and similar to the second option, we are getting a list over here, selecting the employee details, connect. Now I have the connection in place in this blank Canvas app. Now let me go to the tree view, and in the tree view, if you see, there is only one screen. It is a blank screen. I don't have multiple view, browse or edit screens similar to the second approach, which was like starting with the data source. So this is the difference between the three approach. Based on your needs and requirements, you can select any one of these approaches to customize your SharePoint list or to create an app with the SharePoint list as your data connection. So guys, that's all for today's video. In this video, we have seen the different approaches to customize SharePoint list or use SharePoint list with Power Apps. Thanks for watching the video. Much love. Keep learning.